So we have Mike Butcher on stage. He's our top speaker, Mike. Very warm welcome. Do you recognize yourself? Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
So Mike is going to talk
that's
to you.
me in normal life. This is just, just for
You
today.
look much better in real life.
It's very kind, thank you.
So I just want to introduce you quickly. Mike is going to talk to you about how disinformation will kill crypto. I think we're all curious to hear.
25 minutes? No, 15.
20.
It's supposed to be 15.
You might want to take some questions afterwards.
Okay, then.
Yeah. Anyway, bring up the stage for Mike. Have fun.
Okay, thank you. Who wants a Mike Butcher T-shirt? Anyone? Nobody? Put your hand up. Okay, I'll go. You guys can fight over it. Okay, ready? Go. There you go. Right. Right, this is me, everyone. This is how you can contact me. I get about 500 emails a day, so good luck. Hope everyone's having a nice time. I thought I'd try and make our little brain cells work a little bit harder today. I've got a couple of things to say which are involving this community, and I think it's something that we need to kind of start to remember. Let's think about this. Have a look. Let's see. But before we do that, I just want to remind you that the Europas is going to be on July the 3rd. This is the 10th year of the annual European Startup Awards. There will be lots of crypto blockchain people there as well. So put it in your diaries, 3rd of July in London. It's super fun. We've got lots of great people coming. It's only an afternoon and a huge party. So we don't do there's no conference. You just come, you network, and then you get drunk and have a great time. Okay? Get to the chase. It's great fun, and it's in London, and I can guarantee you that it will be sunny. Okay? Yes, it will. Now, that's the advert over. Now, what the hell is Mike talking about today? I don't know. Let's have a look. What on earth is this? Disinformation could kill crypto? Is he mad? He's gone mad, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason I want to talk about this is because there's too much disinformation. We need to now take a chill pill and start to think about what this ecosystem is doing to itself and might do in the future. Now, let me read a little quote out to you. Now, if you remember, of course, I'm sure you will remember the famous phrase by Edmund Burke, the historian and philosopher, "The age of chivalry is dead and gone, and we now live in an age of calculators, economists, and sophistors." What was that referring to? Let me read you the full quote. This is my favorite bit. "I thought 10,000 swords must have leapt from their scabbards to avenge even a look that threatened her." He's talking about Marie Antoinette. "With insult. But the age of chivalry is gone. That of sophisters, economists, and calculators has succeeded, and the glory of Europe is extinguished forever. Never, never more shall we behold the generous loyalty to rank and sex, that proud submission, that dignified obedience, that subordination of the heart, which kept alive, and even in servitude itself, the spirit of an exalted freedom." Words to conjure with, are they not? What does it mean? He was talking about the destruction of long ancient mores, ancient ideas of how society should be developed. And in its place, ladies and gentlemen, capitalism came to rule over us. And we know much more about this now, don't we? But capitalism requires trust. The new, brave new world ushered in by the French Revolution and the move towards a capitalist economy across the globe with the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Soviet Union meant that we had to get used to what capitalism did to us and how it operated. In order for it to work, it required trust. Trust, ladies and gentlemen. But where are we now? We have a problem, right? We have a problem. especially in this brave new world that has such things in it. Problem of trust. We need to now start to think about what this new world of blockchain is bringing and how we're going to operate into it. Let's remind ourselves of some of the problems that are going on. Investing in initial coin offerings is a minefield. It's incredibly complex, even for people who are sophisticated investors. It's not nearly as simple as we make it out. And there are a lot of people getting burned, even people such as Mr. Branson. He's even having to come out and tell people to go away. Vitalik Buterin himself is trying to put the scammers off and putting it into his Twitter name. He's not giving away ETH, everyone, and you'd better not forget it. Now, there's some studies going on about this. As we know, the Wall Street Journal's study recently found of 1,450 ICOs, 271 had raised at least one red flag, and goodness knows what the rest were like. Duplicate language, fake or no team, no functioning website, the promise of guaranteed returns. Trust, ladies and gentlemen, trust is being denigrated and being destroyed. Over $1 billion being lost to these scams. Out of those 271 ICOs, 80 of those happened this year alone. This year alone. Trust. Where is it? ICOs are being built on stolen white papers and identity theft. It's a massive, massive problem. But there are some solutions. People are talking about this. The European Commission, of course, is always making pronouncements upon these things, looking at voluntary code of practice. This is what the regulators eventually start to do. First, it's voluntary, then there are regulations, and then there are fines. That's what will happen. This is going the road that they will go down. The question is can we mitigate this, mitigate the effects of this by starting to pull together and reproduce trust in this industry? Can we leave it up to the media and the regulators to find the disinformation, to end the disinformation that's going on in this space? I put it to you that we must now take responsibility ourselves. Who else will stand up for this? Who else but us? It's up to us now to reinvigorate this new world with the world of trust. The loss of scams, loss of trust due to scams and goodness knows what else, it's threatening this new industry. Threatening. It threatens, in fact, the democratic underpinnings of cryptocurrency transactions and blockchain technology itself. If nobody can trust what's going on, you don't have an industry. It's over before it was born. If you cannot bring the mainstream into this new world if there is no trust. You need to become more discerning. You need to take a chill pill, as the Americans love to say. You need to slow down, and you need to work out what the heck is really going on. Here are a couple of other ideas. We need more education about how everything works. We need to start going to conferences where people actually start to explain what the heck it is they're doing properly. We need to support media that is transparent. There is not enough transparency in some of the media that is propagated in this world. And in particular, we must support media which does not blur editorial with advertising. Yes? We must support media which makes it clear what is advertising and what is editorial. And finally, don't support journalists and writers or bloggers who ask you for money to write about you. That's not journalism. That's payola. That's corruption. Okay? So let's get this straight. If you want to support the media, you buy an advert, you become a sponsor of a conference, you do it the traditional way, and then there is a separation between editorial and advertising, and then the media can create trusted content, and that trusted content will make your industry better, more robust, and eventually it will go mainstream because there will be trust. Now, the alternative to all of this is that governments will take an interest in what's going on. They already have. We know that. They will take sterner and sterner stances unless this industry gets its act together. Because what we've got to remember is that in capitalism, unequal outcomes are inevitable. This isn't a Soviet state. This isn't anarcho-syndicalism. Some people win, some people don't win, right? But if you want the public to accept the outcomes of this world, they have to believe that the winners are not playing with a loaded dice. They have to believe that what you do, they can trust. They have to believe in a system that's not rigged, for that system to survive. Because the alternatives are a system where they will rebel. And we can see that. We can see what's been happening in the last couple of years with things like Brexit, with things like the election of Mr. Trump, because the mainstream said, we've had enough, and we're going to throw everything at the wall, and we're just going to see what happens, because we just don't trust anybody anymore. Now, whether or not you believe in any of that stuff is for you to work out yourself. But that's what happens when you lose the trust of the mainstream population. So, if blockchain technologies and cryptocurrencies cannot be trusted, then the public will shift back to centralized systems. And that's not what we want, is it? What we want is a new decentralized world, a trustless world, shall we say, which enables these new decentralized technologies to exist for a very, very a brand new and fascinating and potentially revolutionary system to come into fruition. But as I said, if we don't create more trust, then that's what will happen. People will go back to the centralized systems. And if you can't be trusted, then perhaps even dictatorships return again. So the question I want to ask you today, ladies and gentlemen, is what do you choose? What do you choose? Do you choose trust? Because you've got a choice about where you put your money, where you make decisions, who you partner with, and what you do in this space. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking you today to choose trust, all right? That's what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to bolster a new system, a new wave of better trust in this industry and more discerning decisions. Thank you very much.